Good morning to everyone. Today we are going to determine or estimate how we can find out the ionization potential of water molecule. I think you are familiar with the ionization potential or ionization energy. So first of all I would like to introduce you again. First I would like to know from you, what do you mean by ionization energy? Anyone? What is ionization energy? In one of the last classes I have taught you about the periodic table, and that time I have mentioned about the ionization potential. That means the energy required to remove one electron to form a cation. Any molecule or any atom, whatever, normally they remain in the neutral state, or sometimes it can be in ionized state. However, if the atom or molecule in the neutral state, then just remove one electron. To remove one electron, you need to supply some energy. So how much energy it is required to supply to the molecule or atom to remove one electron, that is known as the ionization energy or ionization potential. So for water molecule, today we are going to learn about how we can determine or what is the value of ionization energy of water molecule. So to determine the ionization energy, you have to follow some steps. First, you need to find out the energy of the ground state, that means in the neutral state. So you have to find out the structure of water molecule and then determine or find out the energy of the neutral water molecule, and then another molecule just removing one electron, that means that will be water ion. So H2O plus, like this. So you have to find out the energy of H2O plus. So then just subtract the energy of the water neutral and energy of the water ion. So that will give you the ionization energy. So that is very simple. So just you have to find out the two energy of two different molecules, one as water as neutral and another water as ion. So how we can estimate the energy of a molecule? You have several ways from experimental way, but today we will learn or we will use the simulation or computation procedure so that we can find out the energy of water molecule. In last class I also try to find out the water molecule, and then before that I have started to find out the, or we have started to optimize the hydrogen molecule. So first we have tried to optimize the hydrogen molecule, and today we will first optimize the water molecule, and then we will optimize the water neutral, first water neutral and then water ion. So we will find out the energy of the molecule or energy of the ions, and then we will have the difference between the energy of neutral molecule and energy of the ion molecule or ion, then that will give the ionization potential. So what are the ionization potential? Already I have mentioned here that if you have a atom or a molecule, just this is in neutral state, that means it has no charge, it is zero or neutral charge. So if you supply some energy, if you provide some energy to the molecule or atom, it can remove one or more electrons, but our target is to remove only one electron from the atom or the molecule. So first we will take the molecule or atom and then apply some energy so that it has lot of electrons. Maybe if you consider for an element or for an atom, in that case you know how many electrons in the outermost shell. If you consider sodium atom, you have 3 shell. Sodium atom has 3 shell. So sodium, first shell 2 electrons, second shell another 2 and 8. So this is second shell, and third shell it has only 1 electron. That means 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and then 3s1. So if you want to remove 1 electron from the sodium, you need to apply certain energy so that the last electron of the third shell, it can go away to produce a sodium plus ion. But today we are going to understand, or we are going to determine the ionization potential of water molecule. So in that case, the molecule also has some electrons. They are bonded, however they have some electrons like as atom or element. So similarly, if you have some molecule and then that is in neutral state, so if the molecule is neutral, then just apply some energy. So I should put some here in the form of energy. You can write down energy or some frequency in lambda ohm or something like this. So just we put some energy in the molecule so that it can remove 1 electron to form a cation and plus electron. That means, or even you can write down the electron as this left side H2O minus electron, that will give you H2O plus. That means you want to remove 1 electron from the molecule. That is our target. So to do that, we will supply some energy to the molecule and that will produce or that will remove. So normally for any electron, for any molecule or atom, it has some energy level. You are familiar with the energy level or shell, first shell, second shell, third shell, like this way. So if you have an atom, then the electron can move from one shell to another if you provide certain amount of energy. So if the energy is sufficient to jump from one shell to another, in that case the electron can move from one shell to another shell. So if you can remove one electron from the atom or molecule outside the boundary or outside the maybe normally we consider in the vacuum. So if you have an atom, just try to remove one electron. So how much energy you need to remove one electron is known as ionization potential. So let's find out the steps what I have mentioned, steps to need to be followed to determine the ionization potential. That is true for all molecules or ions, neutral or atom, whatever. Optimize the ground state neutral molecule. Already mentioned that ground state neutral molecule, first you have to optimize. That means what is the minimum energy of the atom or molecule in the ground state, and also it is in neutral form. That means it has no charge, it should be charge 0. Second step should be optimize the ground state of the ion. That means it can have the charge positive 1 or it should not be negative 1. I did mistake, because in case of considering the ionization potential, we will always have the plus 1. So plus 1 or plus 2, that one to remove electron, but the definition of ionization potential is just to remove 1 electron. So how much energy we need to remove 1 electron to form a cation, that is the definition of ionization potential. So to find out the ionization potential, we need to optimize first the neutral molecule or neutral atom, and then optimize the ground state ion. That means in case of this one, if we want to find out the ionization potential of water molecule, in that case first we will optimize or we will find out the energy of water molecule neutral, and then we will find out the energy of this ion molecule, then we will subtract. So find the energy difference between the two calculation in electron volt. Normally we have some energy, the program what we will use, Gaussian or Gauss view. So in that program we will have the energy in Hartree, but normally we do not represent the ionization potential in Hartree unit, just we will use in electron volt, or sometime you can use kilocalorie or kilojoule, but mostly used unit for ionization potential is electron volt. So we will find out the energy of the neutral molecule or neutral atom, and then we will find out the energy of the ion, and then we will get the subtraction, just which one we want. That means the subtraction, that means the energy difference between the ion and the neutral. So that is our steps. So let's move to the program. That means the Gauss view, what we are going to use to find out the energy of the molecules. So this is our program. So I have mentioned three different steps. First, optimize the ground state neutral molecule. So first you have to draw the water molecule. That is already we have learned in the last class. Just if you have one water molecule, so first we have to go our program. This is our program. So this is our one of the empty file. Maybe if you do not have the empty file, we can create like this way: file, new, and create a molecule group. That will give you the new molecule group. You can draw different molecules or atoms, whatever you want in this here. So first let us draw the water molecule. So first go to the periodic table. So this is our periodic table. We should go into the periodic table, and we need oxygen and hydrogen to form the water molecule. So this is our oxygen atom. Now you can draw directly water molecule, or you can draw atom oxygen, atomic oxygen, and then you can bring hydrogen atoms, and then you can give the bonds, and then you can make the water molecule perfectly. However, we can draw directly. This is, if we click here, that means oxygen and has two bonds. That is by default they have given the like as water molecule. So just if I choose this one oxygen here and then just click here, you are getting the water molecule. This is oxygen and this is hydrogen. So this is bonded in covalent bond. So we can have like this way, or even we can draw the water molecule in another way. Just you can have the oxygen atom or atomic oxygen. This is our atomic oxygen. Now you can take the hydrogen atom, this is hydrogen atom, and now put one hydrogen atom this side, another hydrogen atom in other side. So we are giving like this way. Now you need to give the bond, what types of bond you want. So mostly you do not have, if you have a very complicated molecule or very bigger molecule, in that case you cannot have the option like this way, whatever for oxygen or water. That means the program has given by default, so that you can easily draw. However, if you want to draw a very big molecule, in that case you need to draw by yourself. So that is possible. So I am going to show you how we can draw a individual molecule out of which is not available in the default format. So we have drawn the oxygen atom, and then we have put two hydrogen atoms to other sides. So normally we know the bond length. How much is the bond length of water molecule? Do any of you have the idea? How much? What would be the bond length between oxygen and hydrogen? And what types of bond? It should be single bond or double bond or multiple or any other bond. What would be the
single bond?
Okay, single bond.
Distance.
Then, yes. What is the bond?
Bond length is the distance between the two nucleus of this.
Yes. I want to know. Do you have any idea what would be the value? What would be the value for the bond distance, oxygen and hydrogen? Approximate. You don't need to have the precise, because we are going to fix that, because we will optimize by this program. So what would be the exact value, we will find out using our program. So you don't need to know exactly, but we will know from this program, so that we are going to use this program to optimize the molecule. So how it optimizes, I will show you later. So here this is our molecule. So just we will put some bond first. What types of bond? Let's go here. This is our bond. So click here, modify bond. So this, if we consider this is one atom, number one atom, and this is number two. So right now there is no bond, that means it is not selected, it shows none. Now if you put, just click here, it will show single bond here. If you click here, it will show double bond, but we need only single bond. If you click here, you will see triple bond, but we need only single bond, so we are giving here. Now it shows the bond length. This is our bond length, that means the distance between oxygen and hydrogen. So we want to put the bond length little bit shorter. Maybe we can put 1 Armstrong. Right now it shows 1.70 Armstrong, but exactly, let us consider, we do not know how much, but actually maybe it should be around 0.56 Armstrong, something like this. Not exactly, I cannot remember. However, just let us put 1 micron, sorry, 1 Armstrong, 1.00, that will be okay. So now you will see, when I click this here, it will move just this hydrogen, this oxygen is at the fixed, that means atom 1 will be fixed, and translate group, that means atom 2, that means this is our atom 2, it will come close together, comes to the oxygen atom, because previously it has the bond length 1.74, now I put 1.00 Armstrong. So just once I click the OK, it will, the hydrogen atom will go close to this one, and the bond will be here, single bond. So let's see. Okay, see this. Now the bond distance between oxygen and hydrogen is around 1 Armstrong, just approximately I have given. It can have even longer, even shorter, just we will try to optimize. Now we need to change the bond and bond length for this oxygen and hydrogen. For this one and this one, exactly similar way we will do the same thing, because in case of water molecule we know the bond length is approximate, I am giving
Sir, 0.964 angstrom.
Okay, you will get it from the optimization. I don't want to put, because what is the meaning of optimization? Meaning of optimization is that the program itself, it will do the optimize, or it will get the structure, what would be the minimum energy. So I don't want to put the exact value, because then you will not get any difference. Oh, I have given that a structure, it put the same, but I want to show you that the program is doing something for you. So
Yes, sir.
so here just I am giving, maybe previous one I have given 1.0, now I will put this one 1.20, so that actually it should be the both hydrogen and oxygen bond, that will be same, but I am giving here intentionally. That means I am trying to make it full, that I do not know the what would be the bond length, but it will do it for you. So that I am giving 1.20, and then bond length, bond type, single bond. Okay, so I am giving here. Now you can see the distance between this one and this one little bit different. Again we can check it. This will show 1.0, 1.0, and this will show 1.2. So this is, now what is the bond angle approximate? Just maybe you are familiar with the bond angle 105 point something, so or 109 point something. So let's change the bond angle. So this is our bond. If we want to change the bond angle here, that will be the modify angle. So just choose the, to change the angle, bond angle, you need to choose, or you need to select 3 atoms, and to choose or to select bond, you need to select only 2 atoms, because bond between in 2 different atoms, and angle, bond angle, always in between 3 atoms. So let us click here 1 2 3. Okay, Now here it shows 94.23. So let us fix this one. So fix 1 and 2. This atom 1 and atom 2 we are fixing, and then we want to move, or we want to move this hydrogen atom in certain angle. Right now it shows 94 degree, so I want to make it 120 degree, because let us consider we do not know. The program will give you the exact value what should be the optimized structure for the neutral water molecule. So now you will see that hydrogen will go little bit far, so it is showing like now. Okay, now the bond angle between this hydrogen, this oxygen and this hydrogen, it is around 120 degree. We can check again this, it shows 120 degree. This is 120 degree. So now this structure, let us consider this is our initial input structure. That means you are giving some assumption, so that can be the structure for the water molecule. Now we want to let the program to perform the job, so that it will give you the minimum energy structure. That means it will try to change the position. Here this oxygen and this hydrogen, and this hydrogen oxygen and this hydrogen, they have, right now we know they are not exactly at the minimum energy position, because intentionally we have changed it. But it will do for us, and we will get the value for different, the what is the bond length, what is the bond angle, and what is the energy of this molecule. So now we will ask the program to perform the optimization to find out the minimum energy structure. By it will do by changing the position of the hydrogen, or this hydrogen, or even it will change the bond angle also. So let us do how we can perform the calculation, or how we can command the program to perform the optimization. In that case we will go for the calculate. This is calculate, Gaussian calculation setup. So this is Gaussian calculation setup. Now it will come some command, what types of command we want to use, what types of input, and what types of other information. So job type, if you want to find out the energy, just energy, in that case it will give the energy just keeping the hydrogen at this position. That means the oxygen, hydrogen exactly in the same position. So right now the oxygen is far away from this hydrogen, 1.20, and this is 1 Armstrong. But actually for minimum energy structure it will be different. So if you want to find out the energy only, then it will not change anything, just it will find out the energy of the molecule, or in the exact state whatever you are giving as input. But we want to do something more out of this. We want to get the structure, what would be the minimum structure. So minimum energy structure, that means we want to do the optimization. That is our optimization. So I am going to use another keyword, that means optimization plus frequency. Later I will mention that one, but just now I am going to show you we are going to optimize, or we are going to have the minimum energy structure of this molecule. So we can use either this one or this one, but I am trying to use this one because I have some other interest. Because if I have some frequency, later even last class I have mentioned about the frequency, but now I'm not going to mention about the frequency. So we can optimize the structure using this word, this keyword, and this keyword. Both of them are optimization, and it has some other extra work. So I will choose this one, optimization plus frequency. So this keyword I am going to use. Okay, now optimize to a minimum. So you want to have the structure of the molecule, so that you the structure or the energy of the molecule is minimum. So I'm going to use that keyword minimum. So I don't want something else, so I want to have the minimum energy structure. Okay, calculate the force constants. Never or once, that is okay. So just we don't need to use, or even if we use never, that is also okay. Let us keep the other default format whatever we have. Compute Raman, that means Raman is an instrument, so that we can get the different types of frequency, vibrational frequency. So we are not interested right now, so we can do many things out of this program. So let us first perform how we can optimize the molecule to get the minimum energy structure. Now this is our interest, what we want to do out of this. You have to use, or you have to select some method. That means there are hundreds of methods for this program, so that you can use very high level or very low level accuracy. So if you want to spend very short time, then you can allow the computer to perform that types of method, so that it will take very short time and it will give some assumption but not very accurate. But if you want to very high accuracy, in that case you can have very high level, and you can allow the computer to work with very high efficiency. In that case we can use different methods. Here you can see we have different types of methods. So we are going to have the molecule in the ground state, not in the excited state, just in the ground state. So we will use the methods which are available for the ground state. So we have even different types of excited states. Now we are not interested. Here you can see we have these, all of them are excited state, and this is only the ground state. So we will choose the ground state, and we have the method. If you choose, this is the first, this is the semi-empirical Hartree-Fock. These are very old method and not very accurate. So we will choose something which are reasonable. We don't want to spend very long time, and also we don't want to get very bad result. So we want to have some compromisation, so that we can get the timing and also the result both can compromised. So let us choose the DFT, density functional theory. This is one of the very widely used method, so this is quite accurate. So let us consider this one. And in last class I have mentioned about this one, that the scientists from Taiwan, they have received the Nobel by inventing these types of calculation method, B3 leap. This is L. This L, this is the name, first part of the name of Lee. 3 B3 leap, LYP. This is Lee, Young, and some other name, Petra, exactly I cannot remember. So this is the first letter of 3 scientists who have received the Nobel by inventing this method in 1986. Okay, so just let us consider this one, that is okay. And then we have different types of function. What types of function we can use? So this is the basis set. How many basis set we will use for the function? Actually any program, we are providing some clue or to algorithm, we are providing some algorithm, so that it will solve itself. The computer will solve some program. That means what is the program? Some command with some algorithm. So it will, now we will choose some algorithm, what types of function we should use. So here are a lot of functions you will see. Here are different types of functions. You cannot see the equations here, but actually it has different types of equations inside, but we are familiar with the only the name. So different types of name. So let us choose little bit more accurate functions. These are little bit old functions, so scientists developed initially. So when they initially developed, that functions were not very good, but when after long time, when they have repeatedly checked that how we can improve the system or functions, that time, so there are many different types of improved functions, this, so the all of them are quite high. So let us consider, or let us choose this one, CCPVTZ. This is one of the very useful method or functions. So now that is our target. First, I have mentioned we need to find out the optimized structure ground state for neutral molecule. Huh? Neutral molecule, that means now we need to consider that charge if the charge of the molecule is neutral or in ion. So we need to have the structure for this molecule as neutral. So we will put the charge as 0, and if you want as ion, then we can change like this way, +1 or 1, that will be fine. So if we put +1, that it will automatically consider just 1. So 1 or +1, we don't need to write down +1 like this, just it has no option, so it will have, I'm giving the +1 here, sorry, just a second. So here we are getting the we need to have the structure neutral, so we are putting 0 charge, and multiplicity spin you don't need to think about right now. Just if you have a neutral charge, okay, so this is neutral charge, you don't need to think about singlet or triplet, it will automatically select when you put the charge 0 or 1. If you put charge 1, it will just automatically choose doublet. So depending on how many atoms or how many electrons it has, if you select the charge, automatically it will change the electron, spin. So just let us put the charge 0 and let it option, it is showing singlet. So that is our initial guess, and we want to put the these types of functions and keywords for this molecule to optimize the structure for this molecule. So let us start the, or let us submit the work to the computer, let it do. So just submit, need to click here submit, and if you need to perform something else, you can add here, you can add different types of keywords. So finally, what other keywords we have given here, that is charge multiplicity 0 1 keywords what we have given. This is the work you need to perform, the computer will perform. Optimization, frequency, and the functions what we have given, B3 leap and CCPVTZ, that is the keywords and basis functions, and geometry connectivity. So that means the atom will connect with one each other. So we can here go here, we can write down, or this is if we put out, then that is also okay, but just default, by default it shows, so we will keep it. So now we will submit the work to the computer. So let us submit, and now you need to save the molecule, because when the calculation is over, the computer automatically save the file. So you need to save the computer initially like as input file. So save as like this way, save. Now I'm giving some directory where I want to save the file. So just I have made a folder USDC. Now I'm giving H2O neutral. I'm giving some key short names, neutral, or just even I can write down N, and then neutral, and I want to mention the function, what types of function I have given, because sometime we can change the function, so that will be very easy to remember what types of function I am using. So CCPVTZ, just you can write down only water, that is also okay, but I want to have some identification so that later I can easily remember that I have used these types of function. Okay, so water neutral and then CCPVTG. Now just save, and when you save it, automatically it will start the calculation. So this is submit the following file to Gaussian, that means it will start the program to run. Okay, let's, now it is performing. So it is doing different types of calculation, what types of molecule or what types of structure, it is changing the position, it's changing the angle, and it is calculating many steps, it is calculating the energy. So we can find out the how many steps on and where it has found the energy. So let us check it is working. File, open some output file. What is the name or file we have given? Okay, I think still it did not finish. So once it is finished, it will show the file name. Okay, this is done. So Gaussian job has completed. Do you want to close the Gaussian window? That means this is the program. This is for to watch or to see the file whatever we are doing, but actually the Gaussian, this is our main program. I have set up two different programs. This is to visualize and this is to perform. So when we give command, automatically it goes to this program, or even we can use directly this one to, but to visualize you cannot see the molecule using this program. To see the program or to see the molecular structure or whatever, you need to use this visualization program. So we can handle this one with this one. That means we can use this program to handle this one, but actually to see the molecule or a structure you cannot use this one. So let's see, do Gaussian job has completed. Do you want to close the Gaussian window? Yes. Okay, so that has already finished, so I don't want to see anything from this. So this is our input structure. Input structure, I will try to open our file, optimized file, that means output file. Now we can choose here, this is input file, this is .gjf, and then this is our output file, this that will be .out or .log. So I'm selecting here .output and log. So where is my water? This is H2O NCCPVTG. That is my output file, because I have selected here that log file or output file. So that is my output file, and if I click and select open, now you will see the structure of the molecule. Previously I have given some parameter. I think you can remember, I have given the bond length for one of the hydrogens, hydrogen and oxygen, as 1.20 angstrom, and another I have given 1.0, and I have given the bond angle for hydrogen, oxygen, hydrogen as 120 degree. So let us see what the bond angle, bond length has been changed. This is hydrogen, sorry, oxygen and hydrogen. Now it shows 0.96159. One of you have mentioned that, sir, the bond length for water, that means hydrogen or oxygen, 0.96. Now you can see 0.96159 angstrom. Are you convinced?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and now we will check another one. We have checked this bond length. Now we can see the bond length for this one. That is exactly the same, 0.96163. So that is the bond length for this one and this one, because for water molecule both oxygen and hydrogen bonds are same. So there is no way to be different. So it should be exactly the same, but intentionally I have given two different values for this one, oxygen and hydrogen. It was one of them I have given 1.2, another I have given 1.0. but after optimization they have given the bond length, both of them are same, because for water molecule both of them are same. Now let us find out what is the bond angle. I have given 120 degree. That time that was the hydrogen, oxygen and hydrogen, that was like this way. Now it has come to this way. So what is the bond angle? Now see, 104.56049 degree. So actually different method use little bit different, but not 120 degree what I have given here. So that is the sometimes some of the function use little bit overestimate or little bit less estimation. So from practical or from experiment we are familiar with the bond angle for water molecule is 105 degree, around something 105 degree. So you are finding that 104.56 degree, that can be reasonable or considerable, but not 100% accurate, but quite reasonable, because I have given 120 degree, but it has optimized the structure to get the minimum energy structure, so that is giving 104.56 degree. So that is okay. Now let us find out the energy of this molecule out of the calculation. So what, this is the output file. We have two different way we can get the energy of this molecule. So first we can find out the results. Here you can see the results. So that is our output file, and if you open the input file, so let us go for input file. That is this is H2O, this is our input file. So now you can see that was our input file, that is different. The bond length, this is 1.20, this is 1.0, and bond angle is 120. But for this one you will not find the results. So if you click here, let us click here inside, so you can see it is not showing anything. Just clicking results, it is showing summary. All of them are not selected. That means this is not all of them are fed. But if you select for this molecule, this is optimized structure that has some output file. So go to the results. Now you can see summary, charge distribution, vibrations. So here you cannot see that. For results you can see all of them are dark or shaded, so none of them can be found out. So these are not the results, actually these are the results. So it has no results file, so it has some results file. So let us see the results summary. So it will give you the very short summary of whatever the calculations the computer performed. So let's see what is the showing summary. In the summary you can find out several parameters. What is the name of the file? Already we have given H2O NCCPBTG, that is the file name. File type, what of that means .log, that means output file. It can be .out or .log. Then calculation type, frequency, because we have mentioned the CCPB3 we have given the optimization and frequency, so it is showing frequency also. So calculation method, what are the method we have used? We have given the B3LYP, B3 LYP, and this is R. That means we have two different types of calculation we can perform. One is restricted and another is unrestricted. So for this molecule it is taking by default restricted. So basis set, what are the functions we have given? CCPBTG, this is our name, you can remember this is the name, and it is showing the function. And charge we have given 0, and spin singlet, what by default it has taken. And this is the energy of the molecule, this is the energy of this water molecule, minus 76.45938.752 whatever some digit unit. This is atomic unit, A dot U dot, that means atomic unit. So that is our target, we want to find out that energy. So that is the atomic energy or atomic unit that can be considered as Hartree. You may familiar with the word of energy unit Hartree. So that is the Hartree unit. So let us find out this value, that is the energy of the neutral molecule. So we need the energy. So let us put the uh, energy of this. So that is giving the minus 76 point. That means that H3 we can get it as H. And now we need to find out the step. Second step we have mentioned, optimize the ground state ion charge. We will do the same thing, just we will do, let us now, that is our optimized structure. So we don't need to spend so much time. Now we can perform, just we need to remove one electron from this atom. So you can go for, you can change the molecule by that will, now that this is already in the input file form. If you change the default scheme, that means it is now in still it has the name .log. However, it has no results file. It will not show any results file. Results. So it is still showing, but it will not be visualized. However, so now we want to make the change for this molecule. We want to have the ion, and we want to get the energy of this molecule. So calculate Gaussian calculation. So job type, you want to have the you can get two different types of energy, optimization, and I am going to use same thing whatever previously I have mentioned, optimization frequency same, because I have shown you. Now if I use this optimization frequency, we will get one types of ionization energy. Just I am going to give you the name, that is adiabatic ionization. And I am mentioning another one, vertical ionization, but today I am not giving you the definite description about that. Just let us find, we know two different types of ionization. So vertical ionization and adiabatic ionization. Today we are going to learn about the adiabatic ionization. So let's see, we will use the same keywords what we have used, optimization frequency, everything same, minimum, and then method, ground state, we have used the DFT, and we have used the CCPB-TG, and we have used the B3 leap. So now we will change only one thing, we want to have the charge 1, and that will automatically change to default doublet. So that is charge 1, it is going to change into doublet. All other things are same. Previously what we have done for the water neutral, and that is just only water ion. So we will give the computer to perform the job once again. So let's submit. So that is, now we will change the name little bit, ion. So already we have the neutral. Now we are going to calculate the energy of the neutral. So H2O ion CCPB-TG, exactly the same, and input file name is jj.gjf or .com, like this way. So just we are giving the name and then save, and then we are submitting the file. Now it is starting. So it is performing the job. Very soon it will be finished. How long time? As we have given the optimization, so that it is changing little bit the structure. This structure will change little bit, so that it is taking little more time. However, it will not take very couple of minutes. Sometime. Yes, this is done. So Gaussian job has completed. Do you want to close the Gaussian window? Yes. Okay, this is done. So if we open the file open, we want to open the output file, and that is our ion, H2O ion CCPB. This is our neutral, this is our ion. So I want to open this one. So Now see this structure. Oh, that is our input structure. So if we want to open the output file of neutral, that is neutral. So that is also that is neutral, and this is ion. So here you can see 3 atoms, 9 electrons plus 1 charge and doublet. For here you can see 3 atoms, 10 electrons, neutral. So it has 10 electrons, it has 9 electrons. Therefore the molecule is in ionized form. So here it has 10 electrons, here it has 9 electrons, and it has plus 1 charge, it has 0 or neutral charge. So now you can confirm this is the ionized form. So you may have the bond angle or bond length little bit different, but now let's see what is the. Now you can see the bond length has been changed 1.00, that is in ionized form. So for this one also 1.00, but we have started with this one 0.96. That was our initial structure, and the bond angle was 104.56. This is 104.56. Now it has the bond angle how much? 109.71. This is the water in ionized form. So now let us find out the energy of this ion. How much is the energy? Let's go to the result. You can click right click, then you can have the result, or you can click here. So results and summary, everything we have similarly what we have for the previous molecule, that was file name, log, frequency, and previously it was restricted B3 leaf, and now it is unrestricted U B3 leaf. Basis set what we have given CCP/BTG. Charge for this one we had 0 and it was singlet. Now we have charge 1 and it is showing doublet. And the energy, that is our energy what we want to get. So this is the energy what we need to find out. So that is the energy. So for this one we have for ion, so that is minus 76.45 and this is minus 75.99, that Hartree. So that is the energy of two different states. This is the neutral and this is the ion. So just now subtract the energy, these two value. So you can use the Excel file or you can use calculator. So just subtract minus just we will subtract 76.4598395 minus 75.999720073. So that is 0.46 equal 0.46011,879. That is in Hartree. So that is in Hartree. So if you want to get in electron volt, just use the conversion 27.2114. So I am going to multiply into 27.2114 12 point. So the ionization potential for water is equal 12.52047 electron volt. So that is the ionization potential of water molecule. So I will show you some reference that if it is actually the where I have I need to go in the another website. So you can have the ionization potential of water. And any of you have the idea what is the exactly ionization potential of water? I am going to some website which is considered as the web book. That means for any molecule, for most of the molecule, you will get very rare information, very important information for any molecule. If you go NIST, this is the American website, National Institute of Standards and Technology. For this US Department of Commerce. So they are providing the service, and from all over the world what scientists get for different molecule, they update the information in this website. So you can search for most of the molecules by using name, formula, or IUPAC identifier number, or CAS number, or different types of way we can find out. So let's find out the ionization potential of water. What is this? Let's see. We will get this category, gas phase thermochemistry data or ion energies data. Maybe here we should have. So here you can see ionization energy evaluated, or 12.621 electron volt. Or here we have different types of, different people have estimated the ionization potential of water molecule using different methods. And when, now you can see in 1990, that means 30 or 31 years before, they have found the ionization potential as 12.65, and right now we have found 12.52 electron volt. That is quite reasonable. That means it will give you how much difference, minus 12.65, so it is giving 0.12, and if you go for divided by 12.65 into 100, so just less than 1%, around 1% is the deviation from the experimental value. So we are getting the theoretical value, and we don't need to go to the laboratory, we don't need to perform any experiment. However, we are getting the ionization potential of the water molecule, which is within the error of less than 1% or around 1%. So that is the ionization potential of water. So you can perform or you can calculate the ionization potential of any atom or any molecule using the program, and that can be very accurate, or that means within the error of the experimental value. So here you can see I have shown you that different people have found different types of ionization value, because they have used different techniques, or different person, their visualization can be little bit different. Here you can see 12.65, 12.618, 12.6223, 12.6, 12.63, 12.61, 12.62, and 12.6, 12.6, and 12.61, many other. So here how many data you have? So different people have different method. What are the method they have used? This is electron ionization, this is photoionization, this is photoelectron affinity, and electron ionization. Different people have performed the experiment, different method, so they are getting different result. So this is their experimental error, so we are getting within the experimental error. So this is the end of today's class. If you have any question or comment regarding this, then you are welcome.